Hi guys, welcome to Windows 11 once more. Somebody gave me a what if today. It says, I want to install ArcoLinux in VMware. And then I thought, oh my god, I've done VirtualBox already on Windows 11, but not VM Workstation. So we're at version 16 that I've installed. I rebooted, install, reboot, it's always the same. Also in VirtualBox, install, reboot. And then we're going to create a new virtual machine. Typical, recommended. Okay, installer disk, got that. I downloaded in ISO from voila, ArcoLinux BDusk. There you go. Next. Yes, it's Linux. No, it's not Ubuntu. And let's see if ArcoLinux is there. Voila, Asian Nux number 4, whatever that is. But we're going for a other version of other Linux 64 bits. All good. Okay. And then next, that's not a nice name at all. ArcoLinux B Dusk. That's how we call it. Next. Size around 30. Splits. Nope. Storing one file is good for me. Customize hardware. Let's see. Recommended guest has 32. So at least 8, 9, 10, right? 12 is also good. Processors. Well, I have just one processor, but many cores. I believe I can take total 8, he says. Okay, 4. No. I do believe I have more cores than that. I believe I can take 8 out of 16, if I'm not mistaken. And all the rest I think is gonna be okay. The display, how to detect, maximum resolution. That was the question actually from the guy on Discord today. Resolution, right? There are tips and tricks about the way you need to work with these virtual machines. And then we close, we finish, and we got ourselves something new. And then we power on this virtual machine. This virtual printing feature is globally disabled. Yeah, whatever. And install the guest operating. Okay, that's all good. And then we go to the full screen, enter full screen mode with this button up there. And Control Alt is going to release it, they say, direct. There's Control G, all kind of balloons. This can go away if you want to. We call that in Dutch a punaise. Well, that's more French word, but duimspijker is also a good thing, right? So he was telling about this thing being so small, right? So VMware is installed, right? But it's not launched because we don't want all these errors that VMware always pushes to people and everybody thinks there's an error on the system and it's just VMware playing tricks. So sudo systemctl, whoa, set keyboard. In here, let's do a remove, right? Sudo pacman -r. What you need for VM, that's open VM tools. So if we can do an R, it means we can remove it. So basically, it's installed. Yes. So everything that you need is installed. What you need to do is to enable something. And I start with the letter V, I type tab, and it says vmtoolsd.service. That's it. VMware vmtoolsd.service. You enable it, which means it's not started. I do this now in 2 steps, but there's also 1 step, but this makes sense for education, right? Enable creates a symlink, and the other one actually is going to start it. And that's something else, right? Suddenly we've got everything full screen. We haven't installed anything yet. So that's the trick, right? Tell to the system the wallpaper is unimportant, super shift R, boom, and it's reloaded. The thing is, you have to tell, come in, action, activate yourself. Come on, VM tools, it's there, it's not enabled, it's not started, boom, everything is fine. Yeah, this looks a bit strange. And then, yeah, the rest is just installation. So maybe you're wondering, but I always, mostly, really, I'm using beginner installation. I know there's so much to be clicked, but there's so much that can go wrong if you don't know what you're doing. So I'm really going to promote this beginner installation because this will work. After the installation, you will have a working system. If you start clicking and clicking and clicking inside the advanced one, yeah, of course, things will not work, right? It's obvious. Things need to be selected with knowledge, right? If voila, I'll just, well, no, I can't put it on pause. I'm recording this with Screencastify. A screen video recorder is sharing your screen. So it's a little thing. I think it's quite neat. This one, Screencastify, super handy. Has also an editor, small of course, but enough for what I need it for to do. Yeah, that sentence was not okay, but it's a good thing. But pause is, I don't think it's possible. Let's have a look. I have a pause button, I think. So we'll try that. Let's see if it works. All right, recording goes on. Great. Pause button is available. I totally forgot that I was doing this on the other computer. I was already answering your questions. So let's reboot and see what it looks like after rebooting. Log out. Well, actually, reboot, Eric. Oh, reboot, shut down, reboot, all good. And then out of the virtual environment into the, the other virtual environment, the VMware environment. And again, right, the job that we did was on the live DVD. True, true. So, which means Control T, none of them that has been copied over. Sudo systemctl enable vmtoolsd.service. I just got a what if. What if we make an alias for this, right? What if would be simpler? And then we start the thing, vmtools, and boom, we're there again. Super Shift R. This is the last time we do it, right? Now, if you reboot, it's going to be there. Let's test this out. Reboot. Once done in the real machine, well, in the real virtual machine, once is enough because you enable. And when you enable a service, it creates a symbolic link. And with that symbolic link, it will be restarted every single time. So that's super. But this is strange. Come on, my friend. Start by rebooting. We can go up sometimes up here and say whatever, restart guest, do not show, restart, kick in. Voila. So you've seen 2 times the same thing. So the systemctl is an important thing. Archwiki systemd, have a look, right? Because it's important. All these services that you enable or disable and that you start. But starting is automatically when you reboot. But if you want to do manually, like we have done it now, it can be done as well. All right. So check Windows 11, VMware, check ArcoLinux, check. All works. Cheers.